Hello there, Virgos. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast, excuse me, for the week of June 20th through the 26th. By the way, the 20th is the first day of summer. Yay! Happy first day of summer on Monday. Okay, so what you guys have coming in, Virgo, for Monday? Seven of Swords. What I'm hearing on this card is that for most of you, this is coming in as picking up the pieces. So there's something that has happened. Maybe you had something go on in your home, and there were a lot of a lot of people over, and then somebody has to do the cleanup. And so you may be stuck doing the cleanup after a weekend of visitors or something like that. Maybe it was a dinner party and you're doing cleanup after that. This can also come up as an emotional type of cleanup. Maybe there's been some kind of confrontation or fallout between people, and you're kind of trying to pick up the pieces and help those people to reconnect. Maybe you're one of those people and you're trying to reconnect with the other person and pick up the pieces there. I do feel like this is going to be manifesting in both of those ways, different ways for different ones of you. But to me, really, this feels like picking up the pieces. I feel like there is also a little bit of a trust issue here for some of you. This is more a smaller number of you, but there is a little bit about not being sure about somebody in your life and whether you can trust exactly everything they're saying or not. It's interesting because what I'm picking up is for those of you that this is about a trust issue, I feel like the person that we're talking about, that you're wondering about how much you can trust them, I feel like there are certain things that you know you can trust them. And then there are other things that, yeah, that's kind of hazy, not so sure. For most of you, it's actually not about the trust issue as much as it's just about picking up pieces, one way or the other. On Tuesday, Virgo, what you have is the Five of Coins in reverse. Five of Coins in reverse. What I'm hearing on this card this time is time management. There's something going on with your time management on Tuesday, and if you manage your time carefully, you actually get some playtime or some recreation time in there. If you're not careful with your time on Tuesday, you can find that it is all gobbled up with distracting things is what I'm hearing. So distracting things. So pay attention to those distractions, especially if you would like to have some official recreation time. Pay attention to those distractions and minimize them. Focus on the things that need to actually happen. Moving on to Wednesday, Virgo, what we have coming up for you is the Seven of Coins in reverse. Seven of Coins in reverse is telling me that there is some kind of situation that you've invested into, whether you invested money or time or emotions or resources, but you've invested something into whatever this situation, possibly even a relationship, but whatever this situation was and or is. And so now you're expecting to get a payback from whatever that was that you invested, even if it was emotions, doesn't matter. You're expecting an emotional source of payback. For those of you who invested finances or other resources, you're expecting a payback in kind. So whatever you paid in, you're expecting to get paid back out plus some. All right, so Wednesday, it comes up that you're expecting that. It's too early. Too early. Don't try to collect on this yet, because if you do, what you're going to do is you're going to take what you can, and what you can is not going to be what you were hoping for. If you have patience and let this thing come to full fruition, wait it out a little bit longer, then whenever you collect off of this situation, whatever it is that you've invested into it, then it's going to be worth it to collect whatever is due you at the end of this situation. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. I know this sounds corny, but I keep hearing it. Don't rush it. Have you guys ever seen corn? Even those of you who aren't from the country, have you ever drove past a cornfield? Do you know that when the farmer first plants corn, you can't even really see it coming out of the ground right away? And then when it does come up, it just barely, it almost looks like a tiny little blade of grass coming up. It doesn't look like anything you're going to have any kind of fruit off of that you would eat. And then as it grows up, you start to recognize, oh, yeah, that's a corn plant. but it's really short and it doesn't have any ears on it, and you're certainly not going to be able to go out and collect any payment off of that seed of corn that the farmer put in the ground. There's no little seeds of corn on that plant yet. It's only a foot or two tall. It gets a little taller, gets a little taller, gets a little taller. If you live in the country, you get stuck behind the farmers who planted those fields as they are looking down every single row as they drive. At least that's the way it used to be when we had small farmers. Looking at every row of plants, seeing how they're doing. Are they healthy? Did they get hailed on? Are they getting enough rain? Do they need anything? And the farmer just watches and waits. You don't see him running out there with any kind of machinery when that corn is half grown trying to harvest the corn. May even not be an ear when it's only halfway tall. Then when it gets nice and tall, it does start making ears. And then not only, there's one seed in the ground. Well, now there's however many seeds are on an ear. I don't know. Maybe somebody's counted that, but a lot. A lot. And most of those plants get 2 or 3 ears, at least. So there's a harvest there. There's a good harvest. It's coming in. But when those ears first show up, they're not that big. The seeds certainly aren't that big. And so the ears grow. And they start tasseling. And the farmer watches. And when the time is right, the farmer collects the harvest from that seed that he planted. He collects those ears because now they're ripe. Now what if he collects them before they're ripe? They're not fit to eat. All you can do is throw them out to the pigs and let them have them because you can't eat them. That's what you're doing if you try to collect the harvest on Wednesday. You're trying to harvest the corn before it's edible. It's no good to you yet. You have to wait for it to grow up so it can be some good to you. Then you can harvest it, but not yet, not Wednesday. The harvest is coming in. It's getting exciting. You can see it. It's not time for that payback yet. Be patient. Thursday. 9 of coins, Virgo. This is such a good card. This card talks about just overall being happy with life on Thursday, and especially with your own life as an individual. The things that you have going for you that you've kind of put in place for yourself. Excuse me. Being happy overall with your life on Thursday. It's a good card. It's also a card of independence, of doing things on your own, or having choice, having freedom. All right, so Friday, Page of Coins showing up in reverse. Page of Coins in reverse just means that you're getting in a message about money or material goods that you wish you didn't have to hear. Maybe you've got an invoice that's bigger than you expected. Maybe you're having to pay for something you weren't expecting to have to pay for. Maybe your kid dropped his cell phone in the toilet and now you've got to buy him a new one. Or her. Just some kind of information about material goods or finances that you're not too happy to hear. So we've got on Friday. Saturday, 4 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse really means it's going to be tempting for you to have a pity party on Saturday, but I see you bypassing that temptation. Instead, you're going to be focused on the opportunity that is in front of you instead of crying about the things that are not in front of you, and really working with that opportunity that is in front of you and going forward with that. Good for you, Virgo. All right. Sunday. King of Coins coming up in reverse. I think you guys are spending a lot of money on Sunday. To me, this feels like, for a lot of you, this is some kind of sporting event that you're going to, and the money's just falling out of your pockets faster than you can imagine. For others of you, this may be like some kind of vacation, and this is the day to buy all the souvenirs before you go home or something. For others of you, this may be that you have a big purchase on Sunday having nothing to do with trips or vacations or anything. But I feel like you're spending a lot of money Sunday, probably more than what you actually had anticipated, but definitely a lot. For some of you, I feel like some of you Virgos are going to be wanting to share something nice with other people. You may be taking people out to dinner. You may be buying tickets to some amusement park or something like that for a group of people. You could be taking the Sunday crowd all out to lunch. All kinds of different stuff like that comes up. A lot of it has to do with generosity. And for some, really, even the first impressions about you spending a lot of money, all of them have to do with that you're spending money not only on yourself, but also on somebody else. So, and you're doing something that is exciting, adventurous, or fun. One of those three. And that's where the money is going. The money's going, honey. All right, so that's your Sunday, Virgos. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you guys back here the next time. Peace out.